Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Welcome to season 4 of TigerSox.
Hey, we're
Tony and
back.
I welcome you back.
10-month hiatus is over.
Special way to start the new season. We're on location here at Astronomy Aleworks with our man Matt Brady,
Hey,
founder and
Matt.
owner of the brewery. Matt's going to tell you a little bit about Astronomy Aleworks.
We're a family-owned operation. Myself, my father, and two of my cousins, they own a tech development company with offices in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. They're part owners, but I'm pretty much boots on the ground out here. Been open about 9 months. We don't specialize in any particular beer. Right now, we're just brewing whatever we want to brew. It's kind of nice that way.
Sweet.
Yeah, we don't have, obviously you have to brew certain things, but since I pretty much like all kinds of beer, that's really not much of an issue. I'm the assistant brewer here right now. Since I'm owning and having to be sales and whatnot, I hired a guy, Alan Harrison, a fantastic local brewer, and he's done a hell of a job here, brewing a lot of standards and some esoteric styles as well.
Right on. This is our overall third visit here, so
It is
we're
indeed.
averaging one every 3 months, which we need to improve. That's
I would
that's
say
not
if there is a Vegas sci-fi fans
Oh yeah.
brewery, this is the place to be. Lots of sci-fi going on here. You guys have movies or you do the
Well, anytime Star Wars shows up on television, we can throw it up, things
Exactly.
like that. But otherwise, we do have industry events like Astronomy on Tap, where we have it's run out of UNLV, and students and professors come in, give lectures and whatnot. We do some trivia with it as well.
That's
The
awesome.
next one's coming up on June 6th, Thursday night. And it's a lot of fun. This one's going to be black holes, and we have a professor from UNLV giving a lecture on black holes. The last one we had a doctor and a doctoral candidate from the University of Copenhagen giving us a discussion on the formation of galaxies and early galaxy detection.
That's great.
there you have it.
It's beer, science, knowledge, learning.
Chilling, exactly.
And we'll show some other shots pretty soon. We're going to do 3 videos today while we're here and space them out over 3 weeks. So we'll get you some shots of some of the decor and posters.
One more quick thing just to mention. This has got to be the cleanest smelling brewery I've ever been in. It gives you a warm feeling to know that the beer that you're drinking is coming from a clean place. This place smells so damn clean. Every beer here is clean. So yeah, you come on in, take a good whiff of the cleaning agents, and you'll feel very confident about drinking their beers. Right now, we're trying the Speed of Light Kolsch Ale, and Matt is going to tell you the ins and outs of
I always like
this
to
particular
show
beer.
logo glasses.
This is one of the few times the camera is actually showing the actual color of the beer. So
Yes.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty
I
good.
don't want to block Matt, but yeah, I'll get you a little closer there. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Kolsch's. It's probably one of my top 2 favorite styles of beer,
Yeah.
like in the entire world. And I've already had this beer before with Matt, and it's exceptional. But I'll make facial expressions and make oohs and ahs pretty soon.
give you a take on it, but we're just going to let Matt tell you about the beer.
So Kolsch
Yes,
ales
please.
are actually pretty simple. They're essentially like an ale version of a Pilsner or a blonde ale that's kind of Germany. It's called Kolsch after the lager that it uses, or excuse me, the lager that it uses, the ale yeast that it uses, and it's not a lager, which is the biggest deal about a Kolsch. It tastes kind of lagery, and in fact, you do somewhat lager it. I mean, you can cold age it. This one was aged for a couple of months in cold aging, and the real characteristics of it are very crisp, clean style. But this yeast just leaves a little bit of flavor on the end of it. That I was talking to Rich Johnson of Sin City Brewing, and he says yes, it tastes Kolshy, and that's really just the best description of a Kolsch. They taste Kolshy. Yeah. So it's not as if you can really describe perfectly how a Kolsch tastes. It just tastes like that.
Yeah.
And this one just uses a couple different malts, one single hop, used sparingly. They're not very bitter beers at all. And it's just a wonderful light brew. We just put our second batch into kegs this morning, and yeah, we're going to carry this throughout the summer. It's probably going to be just a regular beer for us.
I hope you do keep it because living here in Vegas, as we all do, there are not a lot of breweries in Vegas that feature Kolsch's or even attempt to brew them.
Yeah.
This is a style that's kind of elusive in Nevada for some reason.
And it does lend itself to warmer weather, and considering that we have
Absolutely.
11 and a half months of hot weather here, Kolsch is a great variety to have on hand.
Yeah.
As Matt said, it is sort of the ale version of Pilsner. Kolsch originally came from Cologne, Germany, and it was in fact supposed to be the German answer to the Bohemian Pilsner, according to one of the things I've read. This particular Kolsch, nice and light in color, beautiful light straw color. Going to describe that as probably medium-low carbonation. Kolsch's aren't known for being particularly carbonated.
What's left to say?
Well, you throw in something. This particular Kolsch has a little bit of a honey on the back taste.
Color very reminiscent of kind of a lemony.
Mhm.
But I'm eager to get this on my tongue. Cheers.
Cheers.
And to Matt,
Cheers.
and thanks to Matt
Thank you,
for
Matt, yes.
accommodating us.
It's pretty much my favorite beer that we have on tap right now. This is the recipe I used to brew, home brewing. But I just love this beer. I really wanted to open up the brewery with it, but because of the yeast we were getting and the beers we had planned, it was a few months before we could brew this one out. Glad we did. Now we're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
We pushed this yeast into a porter, actually.
Nice.
And so I don't know if we're going to retrieve the yeast out of that porter because it's going to be pretty dark. We don't necessarily want it in a yellow beer, but we'll see what we can do.
What's the ABV on this, Matt?
I want to say 5.5.
There it is, 5.5.
5.5. Yeah.
This is their board, by the way, right behind my noggin. Got a total of 12 different brews, so
We are in the brewery district here in
That's true,
Henderson.
too, yes.
Drink local, Vegas strong.
Yep.
Astronomy Aleworks can be found on Facebook. You guys on Twitter too, or
We don't have much of a Twitter presence.
Okay.
We are on
Instagram
Twitter,
yet?
Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook?
And yeah, we're on Twitter as well, but we really push Instagram and Facebook a lot more. They're easier to use.
Yeah.
Reach a more, I don't know, less crazy audience. So,
and we're looking to have only some crazy in these videos.
exactly.
Like Matt said, it's very clean, refreshing, vibrant on the tongue.
Lower mouthfeel.
Low
Not
mouthfeel.
particularly spiky. Absolutely no alcohol burn whatsoever.
No
Not even on the
alcohol
back end.
Just
it's smooth
super,
as hell.
yeah, super smooth, refreshing, very refreshing. I could pound these beers for hours because it's just so crisp, and there's even like a tanginess.
Easily a lawn mowing beer with a low
Yeah.
5.5 ABV.
Yard work, we call them.
You would,
we do a
yeah.
yard work. Although we never do any yard work, we talk about it.
Exactly, but it's the kind of beer that you could. Well, I always say lawn mowing beer because I figure it's a beer that you can mow the lawn, drink one, and then you go, oh shit, I forgot that area right over there. I got to go mow that, and you don't feel like, wow, I just packed away a 12% beer. Or something
and
like that.
you're not so intoxicated that you take out your wife's prized petunias or something.
Yeah.
You're still able to focus on the grass, but.
And I'm totally happy with how clear this beer got. The head retention didn't show up in it, but that's okay. It's a little bit about appearance, so it doesn't really lace the glass like some beers should.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It tastes good. Drink it. Shit. It's literally not perfect, but it tastes fucking good.
Well, I think there's a lot of things that we can focus on. Lacing to me is just a cute bonus.
It is.
I'm not really so much worried about my lacing is unsatisfactory and I pound the table. I walk out.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. That's why I wish this beer were perfect. I'll take really good.
Oh, I think it's exceptional. I mean, I've already complimented him on this beer before, but now that we're here and we're reviewing it, the three of us together, and the door just closed in a very ghostly
The
manner.
ghosts are here. Yeah, exactly.
But no, very. If you want to start summer off on the right foot, you don't want to dive into these, barrel age this and porter that and stout that or wheat heavy this.
It's a great,
you're like, hello summer. You're by the pool. Yes.
If you're a Budweiser person who's trying to get into craft beers, I'd say.
Did you try the Kolsch yet?
Particularly this.
What do you think?
This Kolsch.
We got a guy over there. He just tried the Kolsch. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, whether you like it or not, you're
Local beer drinker approves.
yes. Headline
Give a wave to the camera, guys.
news. Yeah.
Here's-
All right.
All right.
Breakfast of Champions.
Right.
Indeed.
It's a Vegas breakfast. Yeah. So what else can we say about the Kolsch, man? Oh, this is also a beer where you could play with it a little bit, like brewery, he mixes, throw some ingredients in it, give it a little variety.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when we put this on the first place, we put lime juice in it because I had some lime juice around. So we called it the speed of lime. And it worked really good.
I
Lemon worked.
I could see it working with
Yeah.
the tang.
Yeah, I've got some lemon juice in the back. We put some in there sometimes, and that's really nice. I couldn't resist the pun, speed of line. It's just great.
With all the beers named here, obviously, probably won't be able to. Some of them you might be able to see.
Yeah, you can see Ursa.
We all have
Minor,
shout.
and
Matt, features all the shout outs to actual galaxies, actual scientists, actual.
And science fiction and whatnot.
Science
I mean,
ties it all together. Yeah.
We have Take the Controls, Chewie, and then the something dark side. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Beautiful, just like the Emperor. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see how many comments the video generates. People like, I got your reference. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, astronomy, like he said, been open about 9 months now. I met Matt. I met you before it opened, though.
Yeah.
Way before.
Yeah, we were like counting down. We would sit at
probably a couple years, something like that.
I would say so, yeah, because we were sitting at Tenaya Creek. We are the Creek Geeks still, so maybe we'll be the astronomy assholes. Something that starts with A's.
Astronomy
assholes. I like that.
Who works out at the Jerk Factory?
So anyway, it was cool to meet Matt, and when I first met him, there was no indication that like, hey, I brew beer and I'm gonna open a brewery. So as time went on, it was like a teaser kind of thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna open a brewery. Where? Oh, out in Henderson. Oh my God, hurry up! So I was like pestering him, like, how many more months? How many more weeks? So yeah, it finally came about, and I think you guys do an awesome job here. You represent real well. Plus, he's very, very active in the beer community here. Matt
That's true. Let's find this guy at other people's breweries all the time. So, yeah.
And he's very, very quick to say a kind word about his neighbors. This whole area, there's a craft house.
Even when I don't have anything nice to say, I say something nice. But it's actually pretty easy because everybody's brewing good beer right now. I remember we used to beat up on Ellis Island. And
yeah.
I'm actually kind of mad at Ellis Island right now because now they're brewing amazing stuff. They got a couple new brewers.
That's all it takes.
And their pedigree comes from Gordon Biersch, and their stuff is excellent. So now you can't even just say, "Oh, they're the worst beer in the valley," because their beer is great. Their beer is really, really good.
Well, we hope that the reset button doesn't get pressed here, and that you remain brewing and don't hand it off to some schmo who comes along.
Yeah, no. So it's there's a lot of good beer, so it's really not hard to go around to other places and drink good beer. Everybody's friendly with each other.
Yeah. Vegas has definitely exploded as far as our options. I mean, this time 5 years ago, it was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were
5 years ago. Bad Bee wasn't here. 5 years ago, Craft House wasn't here. 5 years ago, Love Lady wasn't here. 5 years ago, Scenic wasn't here. 5 years ago, the Hop Nuts wasn't here.
That's crazy.
Man, it just goes down the line.
Well,
we
the thing
also
is,
have another one to open
we can't get decent beers from other places
Yeah, that guy's
on
a
our
good
shelves.
guy, yeah.
So it's good to see that the local beer scene is emerging because, yeah, it's very difficult to
Yeah, there's a
find
lot.
good
There's a
beers
lot
on
of
our
good
shelves.
stuff on the horizon. So like you just mentioned, you've got that's Mojave Brewing. That's
Mojave.
Griff's place.
Right.
And I've known Griff for about a year now. He was contacting me before we started brewing. He's the guy who taught me how to clean my equipment, actually, because he has professional brewing experience. I said, hey, man, how do I clean this shit? So he came down and showed me how to do that. So he's opening up his place. And
Well, like you said, it smells clean. It's clean.
yeah, I know, yeah. And then you have Huddle Brewing opening up on Main Street. They just secured their location.
That's interesting. I did not know
And
that.
they're really great guys from San Diego.
And Banger wasn't here 5 years ago, were they?
They were here 5 years ago,
Very
but
good
just
stuff.
barely. They
Just
just had their
barely.
5th anniversary. So, so they're opening up on Main Street. Of course, you have Beer District that's opening on Main Street. That's Jimmy Doyle's joint. Really good beer that guy makes.
Doyle. That's just such a Vegas name.
I know, but it's funny. He's a long-haired lawyer from Arkansas, so
Oh wow.
with a very soft accent. So yeah, he's not Vegas Jimmy, but
Matt, we got less than a minute
We
left.
got-
Where can we get
50 seconds.
where can we get Astronomy Aleworks beers outside of this tap room?
a number of bars around town. Parkway Tavern. We occasionally carry the 595 Craft and Kitchen. We're going to be doing their 2nd anniversary beer
Oh,
in
cool.
about 2
Very
weeks.
cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for being a part of this and welcoming us in, because we had to set up, like extension cords and move things around and shuffle furniture, and so
That's the Ace and Snails Championship belt right there.
Yes.
By the way.
Proudly.
Championship belt for the Prime 9 IPA.
So we'll be
Beat
back.
everybody.
We'll be back,
We'll be
next,
back
week
next week.
and we'll be in the brewery.
Indeed.
Yes.
Get to see the backworks. See you guys.
See you guys.
Until next time, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it. #drink local. #Vegas strong.